We've been keeping an eye on the Olympics. You had this first Muslim American competing in fencing, of all things. I thought that was kind of funny. But she did an interview where she kind of claims that Donald Trump have said that all Muslims is, I guess, going to be deported. I'm not sure where she's getting this from, but it was something that made world news all around. And she's like the first, American woman competing for the U.S. that has a burqa on, or her head bag. And this is the CNN coverage of this. Let's just take a look at this clip first.
I say the words Donald Trump, and you say,
I don't know. What do you say? Where do you start?
You think he's dangerous?
I think that his words are very dangerous. When these type of comments are made, no one thinks about how they really affect people. I'm African American. I don't have another home to go to. My family was born here. I was born here. I've grown up in Jersey. All my family's from Jersey. It's like, well, where do we go? I'm hopeful that in my efforts, to represent our country well as an athlete, that they change the rhetoric around, how people think.
Now I'm confused here, because this issue that Donald Trump supposedly had said that all Muslims needs to be kicked out. Where did he say this? Did you hear this, Reinhardt?
No, he definitely didn't say that. It's hard to kind of understand what she's getting at there. That is one interpretation. Another one could be that his rhetoric is making things so bad that people are, Muslims and African Americans are going to have to flee because it's so bad. That could be another thing that she's insinuating there, but she wasn't very clear. She was very emotional.
She was launched as something else. And check out the last portion of the interview with her.
That's one of the reasons she was invited to the Islamic Center of Baltimore this year for President Obama's visit.
I told her to bring home the gold.
We don't have.
And much to her surprise, being different has now made her one of the celebrities of the U.S. Olympic team, with a stream of profiles, photo shoots, and lucrative endorsements.
I'm solely focusing on, just preparation. Train, yeah.
And hopefully gold.
I always say that if, I'm blessed to win a medal this summer, that it will be icing on the cake.
She didn't win, by the way. She lost towards a Polish girl. But
maybe next time.
But it's funny because, it's true what they say in the clip there, though. All these photo shoots and very thought out profiles that were made, and, from the Guardian to the New York Times to Time Magazine, all these papers were writing about her like this is something just extraordinary. And I just love how they turned this into this, effort, again, the Olympics, to try to push a political message. Even went so far that this new guy that's working for CNN, Kamut Bell, he's a black comedian, he even proposed that Michael Phelps actually should give up his position to be the flag bearer of the U.S. team in favor of this lady. Her name is, I don't think we mentioned that yet. Sorry if I mispronounced this here. I'm culturally insensitive. Ibicha Muhammad. Right, so he said in this article, "Dear Michael Phelps, thank you. I really appreciate the fact that you have made or will make the right choice here. You haven't announced it yet, but I'm sure you will soon. Obviously, I'm talking about what I hope you will be your decision to decide the position as flag bearer in the opening ceremonies of the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro on Friday. While you haven't said this yet, I'm sure what you're going to do is the right thing," right? Because he goes through and details how Phelps is an Olympic, hero. He's won more medals, gold medals, than any other, Olympian in the history. And so he's truly would be the preeminent flag bearer, if anybody, right? But Kamut Bell is like encouraging him instead then to give up the flag, to turn it into a political thing, right? Because he says if or when Muhammad carries the flag, that moment and Muhammad herself would grow into legend. We're talking bigger than just the Olympics, right? And he finished off the story by saying, "Your stepping back will allow this moment to become something bigger than just another opening ceremony. no offense, but right now, America has enough tall, successful, rich, white guys hogging the spotlight, trying to make America great, ... again.
It's I mean, they don't want to, they don't care about merit. They care about, doing what feels good and, pushing their agenda. It'd be one thing if she was a decorated, fencing champion, but she clearly isn't. She didn't win. And no. I don't know if she has any medals in the past. I'd wager she does. They aren't very numerous, and then they definitely aren't. I mean, I'd be very surprised if they were anywhere near as numerous as Michael Phelps. So yeah, it's at this point, it's you might be the most decorated. He is the most decorated Olympian of all time, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
As far as medals go, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's something that's not the last Olympics that's ever. That is world history.
Yeah.
And we have him in our country, but at the end of the day, he's a white male, isn't he, Henry?
Yeah.
So how that's
you gotta put him down. You've had enough of it now. He goes through in the article talking about how basically his decorations and all he's getting is he's just like a spoiled brat that's getting the chocolate sundae fudge, ice cream that he wants, and it's just too much sprinkles on it. It's just too much, right? You would a sense of like throwing up because it's so sweet and so tasty.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is the left doesn't value greatness. They value
it's like it's too much. You're not, if you've made those many things, it's almost like your moral obligation to give up some and share it with all the others, right? That's really what it is.
Exactly. The egalitarianism. Everyone must be equal.
That's right.